One of the big questions that we'll be answering in this video is how can I make a ventilation system work if the pigs have outdoor access and the air can go freely in and out through where the pigs are going in and out. The typical negative pressure system will not function properly if the pigs have a door opening to the outside. So let's explore the possibility of changing up the ventilation system to accommodate this problem. I'm Dave Stender, Iowa State University Extension Swine Specialist, and to contact me with questions, it'd be dstender@iastate.edu. Before we get into the solution, let's look at the problem once again. A quick review of a video that I discussed earlier was that pigs produce moisture, and a pig's respiration rate adds moisture to their room, and the only way to remove the moisture is to bring in cool or cold fresh air and warm it up. The humidity is relative to the temperature, so warming the air by 18 degrees Fahrenheit will cut the humidity in half. But our next problem is to be able to distribute the fresh incoming air uniformly. If it all comes through the doorway, then you're going to have really bad air spots and really cold air spots in the same building. So distribution is part of a ventilation system, and we'll be discussing more of that. The normal system is a negative pressure system that you can see in the upper left-hand corner, where the fans are pulling air out of the building, creating a vacuum that sucks the air in through the inlets, and that allows us to uniformly bring air in all across the inlets through the whole building. What will that work if pigs have outside access, or if the shed leaks air? And the answer is no. The fans will just pull the air through the cracks, which will not be very good for distribution. All the fresh air will come in through the door and through the building holes and cracks. Therefore, for older systems, you might want to consider a push-pull or a positive pressured system. So your positive pressure system would be blowing air into the building instead of out of the building, and then it would force the air out through the cracks and the openings. The disadvantage of this, and why we're reluctant to recommend it, is because the moisture will tend to get pushed into the attic and into the walls if you don't have a free space for the moisture to easily exit the building, and your building longevity might be in jeopardy. In case of an old barn, you're probably not out a whole lot in terms of years left on the building anyway. So here we can see it might be a little hard to see, but here would be a tube system, and the tube runs into a preheat room, and so you keep the temperature in the room at 65 or 75 or 80 degrees, whatever you need the air temperature to be, and then you blow the air into the room through the tube. And as you can see, the tube runs along the whole length of the building, and it's fairly easy to just tie it up to the ceiling. It doesn't have to be real fancy. In order to distribute the air uniformly across the room, you make holes in the tube, and they're engineered holes, and Iowa State University Extension has a publication for designing the where to put the holes in the tube. Of course, you'd put the holes closer together, farther away from the air source, and farther apart as you're close to the air source, so that you could uniformly blow the air into the room. There's some advantages if you think about this kind of a system in an outdoor access building. is that the air coming out of the inlets is going to be fresh air. It's going to be warmed up. It's going to be dry air. It's going to be clean, healthy air, and it's going to be uniformly spread across the building. Plus, it's never going to be able to chill the pigs. Cold air drops on the pigs, and this is pre-warmed air. And so you have a power ventilation as well as warm air. So it's a plus plus in your ventilation system. This is a brief introduction to it. For more information, call the Iowa State Extension engineer or get in touch with myself, dstender at iastate.edu. Till next time, this is Dave Stender, Iowa State Extension Swine Specialist.